Hey everyone, thank you for joining in. Today we're going to talk about studying for finals. I'm going to give you some tips that I've learned during college so that you can succeed and get an A. My first tip is to give yourself time. Make sure to give yourself about a week or two to study. It's much better for long-term memory to study over several days rather than night of. Two, take breaks. There's this really cool technique that I've always used called the Pomodoro technique. I'll leave a link in the video if you want to look more into that. Basically what it is that you study for 20-minute intervals and then you take like a 5-minute break. You do that 4 times and then you take a 20-minute break and repeat. It's just a much more efficient way of studying. It's so you don't burn out. The breaks are really important to refuel your focus so that when you get into your studying session, you're just really able to focus on your studying. 3, block social media. Like, turn off your phone, put it on the other side of your room, use an app, whatever it may be. Don't use social media while you study. And during your breaks, I recommend to just listen to music, take a stretch. I really don't recommend going on social media. It really distracts you, and social media apps are purposely designed to maximize your attention on those apps. So I'll leave a link of some apps that I use that you can try out yourself. 4, study on the stuff that you're weakest on. So if chemistry is your weak point, I strongly suggest to mainly focus on that and put most of your time and energy on that. Don't study things you're already strong on. It's kind of just a waste of time. 5, this is especially important to STEM courses. It's really critical that you practice, not just study. You should also be doing practice problems, going through homeworks, going through review guides. It's good to know the knowledge, but the only way to really do well on the test is to practice and actually use the tools that you learned from your course. 6, don't highlight. Highlighting is pretty much a waste of time. It just looks nice. It's much better to instead use active recall. So when you're going through and you're studying, instead ask yourself questions like, why did this happen? When does this happen? Are there exceptions? You write those questions down and you answer them as you go. And when you come back and review your notes, you constantly answer them. And that way it solidifies in your memory. 7, find a study buddy. This is a great way to motivate yourself. I don't recommend studying in groups because oftentimes you'll just get distracted and there's just a lot of talking. But find someone who's very compatible with you, that has good chemistry with you. Having a study buddy is great. It motivates you, and oftentimes they can be a great resource for help. Sometimes you're reading something and you don't really understand it and your friend can explain it for you. Tip number 8, and my last tip, is to sleep. Especially on the United exam, make sure you sleep so that you feel well rested and that you can perform at your best. Well, that's the end of this video. Thank you guys for checking in. Make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you.